it's Angelika from the Oregon Bee Store coming to you from our greenhouse on January 1st, 2022. First of all, I want to wish you and your family a very happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. I think all of us agree that we can only go up from here, so yeah, let's hope for a really wonderful, blessed new year. Anyway, a couple of days ago I showed you how we had snow here at the farm. Well, there's a few spots of snow outside, but inside here it's actually balmy. It's probably about 30 degrees warmer in here than it is outside. I'm wearing a long sleeved shirt and I could probably be in a t-shirt easily, but I'm going to be finished pretty quick, so I'm not going to worry about it. So what we're doing today is planting peas. One of the things that we do first thing in the year is you can plant peas and carrots under cover. Actually, you can plant them outside as well if you can get to your soil. If it's too wet and it's just a mud hole, I wouldn't do that. I would wait until it dried out a little bit. But here in the greenhouse, it's never been rained on or snowed on, so it's dry, so we can plant. So let's go ahead and do that now. So here are my raised beds. I started by putting a furrow in. These are about 4 by 5 raised beds. I put 4 furrows in each one, and you can see that I have sprinkled the seeds in each furrow. I haven't covered them yet. The way I look at it is I used to put them like a little marching army of ants in there, and they were all perfectly straight, and I figure nature doesn't work that way. So if you sow them in a band like this and they're close together this way, they actually are just fine. They hang on to each other for support, and that way you don't have to spend hours making them look perfect and then cover them over. If you want to do that, of course you can, but the way I look at it is quick and dirty is the way to go. So, here is a bag of seed. This is sugar snap. So let's plant a few seeds together, shall we? So I just take the raw seed and sprinkle them into the furrow like that. And then it's helpful to use seed inoculant. And there's actually a number of ways you can do it with seed inoculant. You can take the powder and you can sprinkle it dry into the furrows. You can use less water than this, just a small amount, and put your seed in there and kind of stir it around so that each seed has kind of that black coating on it. That works as well. But today I'm going to use this sort of slurry method. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a small amount and just kind of put it in the furrow with the seeds. And that's all you have to do, because you're not trying to coat each seed. You're just trying to get this beneficial organisms in the soil with the peas, and they'll figure out what to do next. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of that. I'm going to cover these over, and then I'll be back. Okay, let's get some water on those babies. Sorry for the bad view. I can't do this with one hand. Alright, that's our boost of a pump. We got water. We have to pump out of the big tank because the domestic water and the irrigation is, of course, turned off for the winter because it's all frozen. So let's give these things a drink. I covered them over. And I'll probably put another little skiff of compost on top of them, but it's not necessary. So there's 3 beds of each of 3 different kinds of peas here. I probably used about half of a pound of seed for each. You could get by with using less, of course. I had big bags of seed, so I just used a lot. At this time of year, if the sun comes out, you definitely want to check them and make sure they're not getting dry, but if we have cloudy weather, you don't have to worry about it at all. I will succession plant these, so this is just the first succession, because as you know, they kind of all come on at once when you want to harvest them. We're kind of insulated from that a little bit because we got 3 different kinds here, so the harvest window will be a little bit longer, but we want to extend it even more, so I'll probably in about 2 or 3 weeks plant these again. So So yeah, when you're under cover like this in the Rogue Valley, we're not in Minnesota or upstate New York or any place like that. It does get cold, but it doesn't get cold enough to kill things, particularly when they're under cover like this. What mainly kills things in our area is the lack of sunlight and just drowning. So that's what you need to be aware of more than anything, because things get too wet. There are a few plants that like that. So anyway, if you want to see more content about gardening in the Rogue Valley, USDA Zone 8B, Southern Oregon, like and subscribe, share, let me know in the comments, and we'll catch you on the next one.